best day of the summer. Best day of the summer, Phil Barton.
A while ago, my wife said, I read something on the internet. Do you know what the #1 way to relieve stress is? Well, I think so, yeah. Like, what are you thinking? She said, it's planning. Planning? I hadn't planned on that answer. But when I think about it, it makes a little bit of sense. I mean, I am a serial planner. I do it for a living. I do it for fun. I have this sickness that I like everything planned out. Consider the recent trip to Chicago. My wife and I planned it together, and we said on the way up, we will stop at this rest area. We will have the following items for a picnic, and then we will go to the outlet mall in Chicago. We will stay at this hotel. The next day, we will get up and we will go to the Marriott, there where the schedule was laid out for us. We even had conditional plans. If I won my semifinal, the plan on Friday was to go and enjoy Chicago. That wasn't going to change. We were going to get an Uber and go to a neighborhood. But on Saturday, we would, of course, on Friday, we would have the all-day practice, and then on Saturday, the finals. If I didn't, well, there was a completely different plan in effect, the one that we sadly had to execute, where on Friday we went to the Field Museum and then drove home and saved a day's hotel. So life is pretty well planned at the Barth house, including a trip which led to the best day I had all summer. And it wasn't Chicago. It was actually earlier in the summer, a trip to the Scout Camp Sea Base in Summerlin Key, Florida. My son and I both went, and everything was planned, right? We had our flight, we had to plan that, our van rental, the hotel we would stay at the first night, and the activities were planned for us too. Fantastic, I like a plan. They had it laid out. One day we would do kayaking, one day we would do deep sea fishing, one day we would do snorkeling. We were on an island. We would camp on the island every night, and we would, in 3 of the 4 days, cook the fish we ate. Well, of course you're going to have a great day when you go out and catch mahi-mahi, and then fresh mahi-mahi are what you have for dinner. That's going to be a great day. But that wasn't the greatest day of the summer. The greatest day of the summer happened on the night we did nighttime snorkeling. That was the plan. But here's the problem. That afternoon, my son came up to me and said, Dad, I have night blindness. I knew that. He said, I just don't feel comfortable going out and doing night snorkeling. Now, on the one hand, I thought, well, but that was the plan. But on the other hand, when I thought about rowing out in a boat to a reef and shining a flashlight down and seeing if we could see sharks, I would describe my condition as rectal night blindness. I couldn't see my butt doing that. So I went to our leader and I said, look, my son has night blindness. I will stay with him here in the camp. You guys can go to the snorkeling. Okay, fine. Well, what happened was, not only did my son go, or not only did our group go out and do the night snorkeling, everybody on that side of the island went out and night snorkeled. So for 3 hours roughly, my son and I had our own private island in the Keys. We said, well, what should we do? Well, the first thing we did was we went to our tent and we pulled out the air mattresses. Everything had to go in a bag about this big to get to the island. So we had a little compact air mat that blew up very nicely, and it was a nice air mat. But the tent, by the way, the high today at Summerlin Key is 88 degrees. The low will be 81. I know this because the high every day at Summerlin Key is 88 to 90 degrees, and the low is 80 to 81. 81 degrees in the middle of the night in a tent with no wind, because they have to have mosquito netting to hold everything out, is warm. You can sleep in it, but it's warm. When you pull out your air mats and you put them on the edge of the beach in 81 degree heat, you get a breeze. And it's incredible. So we laid on the beach, and we watched the sunset, and we talked. And a little while later, we fell asleep on the beach on our own private island. That was the best day of the summer, and that was not planned. What did I learn from that? Well, a couple of things. Number one, I'm not going to stop planning, because planning is, in fact, the second best way to reduce stress. Come on, best way. Oh, come on. You know, it's like Abraham Lincoln said, you can't read everything you see on, or believe everything you read on the internet. But it is a great way to get things done, and it is a great way to make sure you're still on track. But the thing I learned is sometimes you have to open yourself up to the unplanned, to the moment, to be in that moment. Because you might just wind up in what was already an awesome summer, according to the plan. You might just wind up having your best day